cards. And I have a nickname, a gamer's nickname online, and it's called 5%. On my business card, just at the bottom on the side of it, there was 5%. About 2 months later, when everybody ordered business cards and stuff, I have noticed that they all had 5% on their card. Nobody knew what it was, but that was perfect duplication. I didn't tell them to duplicate my card, by the way. I just told them order online business cards like, from the back office. Everybody chose to put that 5% at the bottom. That was a very important lesson to me because you see, we either, as an individual, we either exist or we are running a business. If we're running a business, our opinions, our belief systems are completely not important to the business. And we need to understand that whatever we believe is really what we will experience. Now, how do I know that? Sweden is not the only country in the world that is ordering products through VIP. Actually, Israel has been the number 2 in the world 3 months in a row in ordering customers through the VIP system because they can't monitor what I sell from my stock. And in Israel, we're not allowed to sell from our stock because we tell the health department that we're ordering it for personal use, which means our life is much more difficult than Canada. On the other hand, the Israelis are a nation that is very easily will complain about almost anything. Almost anything. One of those things I didn't hear, and actually the VIP side, they complain about other things. And when the leader complains, I will identify the same line through all of his organization. I can see it in Kathy's organization, I can see it in Aaron, I can in Canada, in Australia, in New Zealand, in my Caribbean team, in the Philippines. It's so many different cultures that I know for sure it's not a country, it's not the people, it is what we focused on and what we believe. Now, I specifically know, I've had many, many, many conversations with your leader, who is, in my opinion, a highly, highly developed individual with a mind that is of not an engineer, an inventor. Now, people that invent, their mind works so fast, they can see things so much in front that sometimes that can limit them because sometimes you have to deal with what you have. The fact that we can improve it is very true, but until it is improved, if I don't work with what I have, it is affecting my financial line. Then I either say, it's never going to work for me and I leave it, or I say, well, I've done mine. I've told people how to improve. Until they improve, that's what I have. How do I fix it? Because obviously other people are working with VIPs and ordering and quite a lot. So we need to know that a lot of it is us. Really, a lot of our beliefs will draw through an organization. I do not disagree, by the way, with what you say, and I don't disagree with what Lars says. I believe that online ordering systems can be improved 10 times, easily. I also know that I've been 6 years in this company, and literally, I have to be honest, most things eventually change. And there was always suggestions. There's always, people always pull for their own direction. I always pulled, I want a better back office. Other people say, I want a better ordering system. And everybody has ideas. Eventually, this is a family company that will work through a priority line. And it is up to us to keep doing what we're doing. Lars has put a lot of effort, and I know that he's heard. Maybe we're not seeing everything we want yet, but I know they've made 2 changes with him. I know that he was placed in front of the IT guy to actually guide him. Unless I'm wrong, Lars.
Right, that's correct. Yes.
Which means we are not in a company that just gets a support ticket and ignores us. No. They're willing to come to the table. They're willing to do. They might not provide exactly what we want yet, but that doesn't mean we're going to give up. It means we're going to keep doing the improvements in the back office, but we're not going to let that stop us from maybe being a bit firmer with our customers or maybe improving our skills. Now, what do I mean by humans are funny. They have a tendency of arguing about almost anything. So if, let me ask you, Isa, what is your profession? Asa, sorry.
Me?
Your profession in life.
Yeah. I work in a brewery and making beer.
Brewery. Now, imagine that I will come to you and I will show you how humans behave both ways. If I come to you and I say, wow, brewery, it's wonderful. It's an amazing place to work in. You probably drink beer all the time. You're making a lot of money, I heard, da-da-da. You might turn around and say, yeah, it's a nice place, not that much money. On the other hand, if I will come and say, Asa, are you serious? You're working in a brewery? It's like stinks there and you get almost no money and it's like, it doesn't sound like a really good job. You will immediately defend it. And you'll say, no, it's really a good place and you're talking nonsense. And if we understand that about human beings, we understand that it's a waste of time to sell them things. It's a waste of time to argue, to convince them. The best thing in the world that can happen is that we actually become a sounding board for them to sell themselves on anything. Now, once somebody sold himself, I promise you, even with a bad system, they will find a way to order or take our help in order to help them to order. Sometimes we don't want to lose a customer, so we let them easy off the hook and say, okay, don't worry, buy from me. Now, as long as you can do it in Sweden, you're earning more money on somebody buying from your stock. If you can handle the headache, you're earning more because it's always cheaper to order as a VIP. On the other hand, when there is somebody comes to me and say, man, I don't know how to order, I usually say, listen, brother, stop. Sister, stop. There is a problem in our communication because I'm here to offer you something that will improve your lifestyle, protect you, make you heal. And you're telling me that we are going to keep you sick because there is a bad system or a good system or because you can't calculate that this currency. Are you kidding me? This is my attitude. You see, I talk real because I care about the person. Now, if he doesn't really want it, that means I convinced him, then he will always have problems ordering. A lot of times they just don't feel comfortable to tell us, really, leave me alone. I'm not interested. So instead of that, they say, I don't want to order. I have problems. I'll wait for the money to come into my credit. People have excuses all over the world unless they are sold. And the only way to sell them is for them to sell themselves, which will bring me to the beginning piece of our training, which is really all about the concept of like and trust, that most people find it very challenging because they're easy for them to do a text, easy for them to send a link, not as easy to get someone to a 5-10 minute conversation and take information from them, knowing how to ask them questions, right? So if it's a customer or if it is a business partner, for me, before they are any, they are first a human being. And my job is to ask enough questions until they tell me that they have a problem. If they have a problem or a challenge, now I'm strong because I'm coming with a solution to something they told me they have a problem. It's very different if I come to you, Asa, hi, nice to meet you, how's your day? All good. Listen, have you heard of Fountain of Life? Whoa! Asa hasn't told me that she's looking for something, searching for anything. She didn't tell me she has a problem. She didn't. Why would I offer? Because everybody offers all over the world, links, oh, it's good for you, it's great for you. Most people are struggling to pay their electricity account. So if we want this to be more valuable than an electricity account, we need to relate it to something real in their life. Someone that suffers seriously from a bad psoriasis, that will be worth everything for them. They will go through loops and hoops if they believe that this is the solution. Agreed? I know it in another way. I know that if I will call any of you now, any of you, and I will tell you, you have 24 hours to land in the airport in Israel and come to my house, and as you get to my balcony, you're getting $1 million check. I promise you, you're all jumping on Expedia now. You see, Lars is already gone.
Yeah.
Remember those. Try and stay away a little bit less from the madness of how do I get this customer? How do I get to my next rank? Try to first understand that if we can just adopt a methodology of 10, 15 minutes into a human being, everything else will happen on its own. So if anybody asks me, Ronen, what would we practice on? I would say like and trust, like and trust, like and trust. They say, good, that's a nice word. And we also know it means family, occupation, recreation, and money. But how do I do it? I'm not used to talking to people. And then I will guide you as I've guided hundreds, because this is my favorite topic, how to take the people and make them better communicators, better question masters. If you're a question master, not just in this business, in anything in life, people will flock to you because they love sharing information. So the first thing, hi, Jerry, you with us? I see Val.
Yeah, but I'm driving a bus. I'm listening.
That's okay. Just wanted to hear your voice.
Thank you.
So today I was going to actually do a presentation that starts with a protocol to teach each and every one of you what do we have to do every day, because nobody has a simple list that explains to them, and I think people get confused because this business is very simple. If we know the protocol by heart, if we know that every day the simple 5 steps are, I need to generate a lead, either on social media or on local market. I need to take that lead and invite them to a face-to-face conversation, either online or in a coffee in a restaurant. And then I need to identify on that call through a like and trust a need, either for pain or for financial, or both. And then I need to expose them. My recommendation, 7-minute placement. Quickly, 7 minutes, know it by heart. You just have to read from the card, and it's really an excuse for them to talk some more. Remember, question masters, after a like and trust, you're already friends. And I will show you that structure. Once you do that, that person sells himself either on the product. If you're wise and you're in front of them, you have the bottle, you put it in their mouth. In your mouth first, then in theirs. They have a physical pain, you put it on their knee, on their pain, on their wound, on their whatever, right? You get them touching it if you can. If it's overseas, 90% of my business is overseas. I don't have that pleasure. So I guide them very slowly, right? After my exposure, 7-minute placement, the only thing I do is a post-survey tour. Because this post-survey is asking now the questions that I don't like to ask. It allows them to be guided themselves through the survey to a decision. I want a product, I want to be a VIP, or I want to be a business owner. Now, once you've done that, there is only 3 scenarios. Yes, becomes a customer, yes, becomes a business partner, or no, not yet. And that is fine because people need to take their own time. And we are not in a hurry to close them. You finished your survey, it's perfect, thank you. The only thing left for us to do in your evaluation of this business, in order for you to be 100% sure if it's a yes or a no, I'm going to invite you to an online quick presentation of someone I really respect, and you're going to enjoy the speaker anyway. Come, I'll meet you, we'll meet 5 minutes before we'll jump on the Zoom. That's it. Once I've done those steps, 90%, not less, 90 will either be your customer or your partner. 10% are the placebo sun blockers that will nothing, will ever, they won't catch the concept of either the health aspect for themselves because they are so stubborn to prove wrong, not to be convinced. There are these characters, and you should not allow those characters to take away this business from you. Very important. Always remember, 90% are for us, 10% are not for us, never mind what you do. So don't waste your time with them. This is the protocol, right? Generate lead, invite to a face-to-face, do a like and trust, identify a need, give a 7-minute placement or for product or for business, post-survey tour, and then if need be, take them to an online presentation, such as the one that Mike is doing now in English for the European market. Okay? And there are many leaders that you can find the right leader, the right speaker, in order to bring your prospects, both for product or for business, to those calls. Do not bring them to the calls before you've done those first steps, because what you're doing then is trying to count on a good speaker to bring your person in. And that is us convincing them, and then not them convincing themselves through a patient process. Now, generating lead is a training I've already done, I think, for this market, the Swedish market, which is I've shown you how I just put happy birthdays, get a thumb up, get a thank you, and then all I do is, you are welcome, love to hear stories about your birthday, are you open for a call? Simple, text, bang. How many people do you think are going to say no? Not many. And now I got my call, easy, I can do it on LinkedIn, on Schaefer, on Facebook, easy, 2 texts, and I have a call. Now the call. In my opinion, 90% of your success is bound on this first call, which I call like and trust. Are you ready for some simulations? I need to get some feedback from you guys, otherwise I'm talking to myself and I'm tired of hearing myself. Ready for some simulations? Jerry, I know I'm not going to use you because you're on the bus, but...
Yeah, I'm listening. Just go for it.
Okay. So we have to remember, once somebody agreed to jump on a call with us, and if you do it with a simple enough text, most people will jump on a call. Some people will say, what do you want to talk about? Because they're used to that, okay? Don't give up. Just tell them, I would like to get on a call to get to know you better because you've been my virtual friend on Facebook for 2 years and I don't know who you are, except telling you a happy birthday, right? Have an attitude. Don't be afraid of the people. Bring them, guide them, okay? Once you get on a call, the most important thing is to make them feel comfortable and to avoid us sounding like an interrogator, right? This is not just about, hey, hi, Asa, nice to meet you. Tell me, how many brothers and sisters do you have? That doesn't sound right. You with me? On the other hand, and this is the tip I want you guys to remember, and this is recorded so you can watch it again. It works 100% of the time. I promise you. All you have to do is start it this way. Hi, Asa. It's wonderful that you agreed to jump on a call with me. I know it's a bit strange talking to people we don't know, so allow me to break the ice and share a little bit about myself. I'm actually born in Melbourne, Australia, and I was raised in Israel, and after the army, I went back to Australia. Today, I have 2 beautiful kids, 20 years old, my son, and my daughter is 16. What about you? Do you have any kids yourself?
No, no kids.
That's why you're probably happy nobody has driven you crazy yet.
Yeah.
I understand. And do you come from a large family, like brothers, sisters, a lot, small amount? How many brothers and sisters do you have? I've got only one, she's 3 years old.
Yeah, I have a younger brother only.
One brother also, yourself?
Yeah.
Yes, I know. But that makes the family close, right?
Yes.
I know. For me, you know, one of the hardest things, I always admired my parents growing up. And now that I see them at the 78, 74 mark, they're starting to always be in pain. They're not feeling very well, cholesterol issues, blood issues, all different things. I always found that hard. Do you find it the self? They're like, are your parents with us? They're still alive?
Yeah, my mother is. My father passed away in cancer.
And how is her health? I'm sorry to hear about your father.
Yeah, she's in some pain. She has arthritis.
Arthritis, yeah, that's not always great. And how long ago did that go?
Yeah, I think a long time.
Long time ago already? Yeah, there are
Mm-hmm.
certain wounds we never get over, but time makes it less painful, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, not with my father. It was, yeah.
It's amazing. So one brother, one mom, a little bit of arthritis, but at least she's amongst us. And yourself, you have never been married, or you're married but no kids? What is your status?
Yeah, I have a man, but no kids.
Taking care of mom, yourself at the moment?
No, no. I have a man.
Ah, okay. So you do live in partnership.
Yes.
Ah, wonderful, wonderful. And both of you are generally healthy in nature, because for me, health is happiness. It's everything.
Yes,
Yeah, at least the two of you are in good conditions. Wonderful.
yeah.
I've worked in the world of IT for about 30 years, as VP, sales, marketing. I'm just curious, what have you done for professions? What's your skill set?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of different things. I actually had a health shop with
Wow.
with selling vitamins and stuff, and also I had a floating tank.
A floating tank, too.
Yeah. Do you know what it is?
I heard that women give birth sometimes in floating tanks. Is that something like that?
Maybe. It's a big tank and it's very salty water. You float in it.
Ah, like the Dead Sea.
Totally relaxed.
Oh, that sounds gorgeous. So you're pretty much into health and wellness. You like to take care of people and be a healer?
Yeah, I've been interested in health all my life, and I'm also I've studied nutrition. I'm like a nutritionist too.
Wow, so you probably know a lot about antioxidants, and you teach people to how dangerous it is not to protect ourselves. That is beautiful. Tell me, what about hobbies? I love skydiving, scuba diving. I love snow skiing. I love horses. I'm an outdoor person. Do you have any hobbies yourself? Indoor, outdoor? What do you love the most? Not for money, but for fun.
Yeah, I'm also an outdoor person. I like skiing and being outdoor and being out in nature.
Do you have enough free time to do it enough?
Yeah, I do.
For me, it's always either time or money that stops me from doing my hobbies as much as I want. If you're getting to do your hobbies as much as you want, you're a lucky person. Very lucky. It is amazing. So currently, do you mind if I'll ask, how do you run the household? What does your partner do for income? What do you do for income? Myself, as I've said, I'm working with a very big project with ophthalmic lenses around the world now. I deal with fundraising for different companies. I talk a lot. Some people are willing to pay for that. But what do you guys do today to keep this? Because it sounds like you have a good lifestyle.
Yeah, we have, because we both we work at the same place at the brewery making beer, and we only work 2 days a week.
Wow.
But still we earn like full time.
Why do you work only 2 days a week? Because the rest of the time you have to recover from being drunk from drinking all the beer? Why only 2 days?
Yes. No, but it's because they wanted to run every hour of the 24 hours, and
Wow.
also in weekends, and not a lot of people want to work at weekends, so we work only Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we do a long shift.
Well, if I'm in Sweden one day, you'll invite me to that brewery, right? It sounds like a place I need to be in.
Yeah.
Definitely. Asa, first of all, I'm really honored that you were willing to come and talk and make a new friend. For me, social media is really just about getting to know people. Too many people on Facebook that I never meet. And I like to meet so I can choose the people I like in my life. And you sound like a person I would like to stay in touch. with. It sounds to me like you're living a beautiful life that many, many people should. It sounds to me like you have all the time in the world, all the money you need in the world, and you're really living life the way people should. So if that is the case, I will probably tell some stories about you. Many people do not know how to live that way. And I'm just curious, if you want, maybe we can lock it in. I wouldn't mind jumping in another maybe 2 days with you on another call. I want to tell you something about the most important health discovery in the last 50 years, because you're a nutrition. And I think it might be really good for your mom's arthritis. I'm not sure what she's taking now or if it's helping or not, but many people with arthritis are giving me reports that this thing is like, wow. Do you want to do another meeting quickly, half an hour, maybe in 2 days from now?
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Okay, so what time is good for you? Let's say like the same time as today?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
I'll send you a Zoom link and we'll catch up again. I think you're gonna go like me when I saw it the first time, like, wow, this is science fiction. But it is from nature, which means it's not really science fiction. Asa, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I'll see you on Friday at the same time. It's been an honor.
Yes.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Now I'm taking my MO box. Taking my MO box because I've just made a new friend, right? And that new friend I know quite a bit about, so I'm gonna take a green card and a red card, both. Why? Because the green card is the one that I start with. She's my friend, and now I'm gonna write everything. I'm gonna write working in a brewery.
I'm sorry, I have to change. I'm coming back soon. I have to change phone.
No problem. You guys vote that we will wait a few minutes for Asa until she comes back, because there's not many of us. Yeah? Okay.
Yes. I think she should see this.
Yes. I love doing trainings when we are in small groups, and very soon Sweden is going to be so big, there's going to be hundreds here. So we have to take the opportunity when we are small and really become the best trainers we can. So on a small group of 5 people, I know that Jerry and Val and Asa and Lars and Yuda now tomorrow can teach what I've just shown. The more of us that put the patient, we've waited for you, Asa, I haven't continued. The more of us that know how to teach this, the better we can spread. Okay, and then people are not confused, they know what to do. It's very simple. So now I had a wonderful call with Asa. I'm gonna take a green card, I'm gonna put her details, name, surname, WhatsApp number if I have it, Facebook, any detail of contact. And then I'm going to write down, first call was wonderful. I've learned that Asa has a partner. She lost her father at this time. Her mom is suffering from arthritis, but lucky that she's with us. I've learned there's no kids. I know that she likes outdoor activities, right? So I write everything on this card, and at the end I will write summary, promise to show her fountain of life in 2 days, and then I attach a red card to this. And I continue writing on the red card whatever gonna happen in the second meeting, because a red card means call to action. It means someone I promised to show a product or a business. And that jumps very strongly in my folders when I look at the cards in the binders, right? Once I finish that, I immediately put the red and the yellow attached in the folder of 2 days from now. And that's it. I don't have to remember anything anymore about my like and trust with Asa. In 2 days, I'm going to get up in the morning. I'm going to open my box. I'm going to take all the cards from that day, Friday, and I'm going to say, oh, I have to read Asa. And I read, I remember. By the fact that I do that, I remember about Asa more stuff that she will ever remember about me. Which means that when we come to our next call, you see, I could have told her on the first call. Why didn't I tell you on the first call? Because the next call, we are no longer strangers. This is the next call. You're going to come and say, hi, Ronan. We already know each other. It's like and trust. It means you know I care. It means I remember about every detail you told me, and I'm here today not just to talk about Fountain of Life. On the second call, I'm here to continue learning stuff about you, which means I'm going to keep asking more questions. Last time we spoke, by the way, before I tell you a crazy story about something called Fountain of Life, last time we spoke, you said you had a brother, and I figured out I don't know enough. How old is he, Asa? Right? Create relationships. If you truly understand the brilliance of like and trust, and that you can do it short, how long did I do it with you? 10 minutes, 15, not more. Short. It is so powerful that by the time you get to expose a product or suggest it, there is no way, if I've done the like and trust correctly, there is no way you're not going to say, sure, of course I'm going to try one. Great, let me go online with you. Let's share the screen. Let me show you how quickly you can register for free as a VIP. I'll make sure you don't have any issues. And Asa, if you choose to be my customer too, on top of our friendship, no, you're going to get the best customer support you've ever seen in your life. Because it's my name and I'm proud of it. And I don't want you to have any headache with anything not going right, come to me. Cool? Now, if I've done that, now it's easy for me to register you as a VIP, even if it's not perfect yet. Because you're patient with me. We've created a friendship, and you are the one that told me about Mom. So if you're the one that telling me about Mom, I am here to give you something that will help her. You are going to jump through the loops with me and not going to be an obstacle to me. Something I feel like you guys in Sweden currently going through obstacles because the people are not really wanting something. It's more you wanting them to want something. And then it's like, oh, it's difficult. It's too difficult. Why can't I sing Krona? Why can't I this? Why can't I that? When somebody wants something, I told you, I can get you guys in my house tomorrow if I give you $1 million. The same. If we understand that, we don't fall into the illusion. And by the way, all of us fall there. I don't care if it's Trump or the best networker in the world. We all fall there. That's how we learn. That's how we help each other. We remind each other, and then we say, I've learned that 10 years ago. I forgot. It's true. It is us. Okay, so like and trust and MO box are like this. They prevent you from ever forgetting a follow-up. They prevent you from ever talking to someone without knowing everything about them. And it's very powerful because then the person knows you care. And if you care about them, they'll be open to anything you have to offer. Anything, I promise you. Now, if you can practice that methodology, and I tell that to many, many people, you will be amazed what it will do in your family life. You'll be amazed how different you're going to be start talking to your friends. Because suddenly you'll be communicating the right way through interest and not through presenting something. Through interest, learn to be question masters and people will follow you anywhere. This is an advice I will give any politician too. You want to get people to listen to you, they need to know you care about them and they are not just a number or someone that you'll make money on. Like and trust, practice it over and over. Yesterday, I've given the same teaching here to someone that came 3 hours to my house, and I told him, stand in front of the mirror and pretend that in there is Yossi and you are Shlomo, and just do a like and trust. Asking question and answer for him. Ask question. You think I'm crazy? Best way to practice is on yourself. Best way. It will make you such good communicators. A communicator is not someone that is only there to talk. He's someone that is there to activate, to get other people that are a bit more afraid to talk. Because once you do that, you're developing their belief, you're developing their skill, and they say, wow, it's not that dangerous to talk to a stranger. If you lead them correctly, and the first way to do it is allow me to break the ice and share a bit about myself. That's it. And share, but share short. I have 2 kids. I've been married for 18 years. How about you? Do you have any brothers and sisters? Do you understand? I've worked in this and this and this. How about you? What do you do today for work? I really enjoy skydiving and this. What about you? Do you have any hobbies? Do you see, it's very simple. But if you lead, it's easy for them to shell, and they won't feel like you're an interrogator. They will talk your ears off eventually. Just ask them questions. And through those questions, you see, I found a need for your mother. If you didn't tell me about your mother, I would dig enough about you and I'd find about you or your partner or your neighbor that has an issue. I can ask as many questions as I want until I identify a need. If you promote anything in life without identifying a need first, you are fooling yourself. You're the only one in that cycle that wants action. The other side will always be against you, trying to stop that action because he doesn't want to be sold. Let the people sell themselves. Very, very simple. So this is how we do the like and trust. And now on our next call, it's easy. I take the 7-minute placement and I do a product placement, or I will talk 5-10 minutes about Fountain of Life with a little bit of knowledge. And if I don't have any, I will send them the Fountain of Life oxidative stress. But I won't send it without me doing all these processes first. And I will tell them, look, I'm giving you this video. Let's talk about it. I want to know your skill, Asa. As a naturopath, I want to see your wow reaction once you finish this video. So I'm going to wait here, go watch it, and we'll talk after, okay? Now you go, you watch the video, you come back. All I have to do is say, okay, let's open the post-tour survey. Do you all know where your post-tour survey is, by the way? If not, please tell me so I can show you. Hello.
Show it.
Show it?
Yes.
Okay. Asa, can you hear me? You're my prize pupil today.
Yeah.
Do you know where the post-survey tour is?
No.
Okay. Lucky we do some training from time to time. Okay. Have a look. This is our back office, right? Dashboard. Very slow. Dashboard. In the dashboard, we go to training and events. See? Over here, we open it. Business tools and trainings. In business tools and trainings, we scroll down. We have our prosperity book, and then we have our post-tour survey. And this does all the job for us because it asks the questions we don't want to ask. And the questions that the people sometimes don't want to answer us, it's easier for them to do it in a survey form. So, Asa, you've seen the video. I know you probably want to get FOL, but let's do the right thing by the fashion house and let's give them the survey so they can get some feedback from you because our customers are really important. So your name, I'll fill it in, date, your phone number if you want to. You referred by Ronen, okay? And please tell me which part of the tour that I've done with you today did you find most exciting? You might tell me the video, you might tell me FOL, you might tell me something, right?
Okay.
Okay, next. Would you like to start as a partner or a VIP shopper, Asa? VIP is obviously for free, just for you to have access to buy products for yourself as a customer. And a partner, as you've seen in the presentation today, it's for you to promote those products. Now, obviously, if I have just done an FOL for mom session with you, I wouldn't even do that, okay? I would say, look, we do this survey to many people. Some are customers, some are partners. So I think you probably at this stage, probably better go to VIP shopper, Asa, because we only want to test this on your mom for a while, right? If you get amazing results, you're probably going to come to me and say, hey, Ronen, can I also promote this? It's not bad to make a few extra $1,000 a month by promoting these kind of products. So would it be correctly to say that you would start as a free VIP shopper with us today?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Now, which product vertical is most appealing to you? Health, beauty, or fashion?
Health.
Thank you. Health. And what would you like to achieve? Check all of them if you apply, all of them. Improve your general health, improve your skin condition, receive ferry shopping credit to buy some fashion, or host an opulence experience as a customer in your home to help some of your friends. Which the most or all of them?
All of them, maybe.
All of them, tick, 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 tick. Now I know I have a potential hoster, right? Important. Now, sign me up to start receiving free shopping credits within 24 hours of your account activation. That's a big deal, Asa, because this is a fashion house, not with just one amazing product, but 2,000. They don't want people to just take Fountain of Life purely because of its so much strength and miss on the powers of so many other things I haven't told you today about. Like our toothpaste that the world is going crazy, and a shampoo that gets people hair darker and raise its hair, stuff. But today, if you are purchasing only 2 bottles of FOL, anything about $100, you will immediately receive $20 for future purchases in your account as a customer. It's pretty cool, huh? Mm-hmm. If you buy a 6-pack, 6 bottles, it will be a lot cheaper than buying 2 bottles, but you will also receive $60 because it is a $250 purchases and above. Or if you buy a family pack that will take care of you for a year or your family for 3 months, or you take our skincare, which is our top above spa grade, best anti-aging skincare regime in the world, and I will prove it to you the next calls we'll have. If you take one of those or any purchase of 500 and above, you get 1/3 of your money back for future purchases. Okay? So just so you'll know that, because those purchases needs to be done in the first, this one says 24 hours of account activation, but let me tell you that 2 weeks ago, we put a lot of pressure on the company and they allowed us to do this for 1 week. So from the day of signing you, you have 1 week to do your purchase, and if it's about 100, you get 20. If it's above 250, you get 60. And if it's above 500, you're gonna get $150 in your shopping credit, which means you might even buy yourself a really nice bag or wallet or sunglasses. I don't know, whatever you like. We have an amazing fashion house. So that might be a great present for you. Okay? Would you like me to help you open your VIP now and help you to see how to make the order?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll do so. Bang, bang, bang. I go, I register. Right? Obviously, if it's someone that you brought to a presentation, a full presentation, he might start as a partner, and then he will tell you in this section, would you like to start as a partner or VIP shopper? Then I have to shut up. I have to let him decide. Or ask me a question. What's a VIP shopper? What, right? Because we take them to presentation, we think they know or listen, but guys, that takes many presentations to remember all this data. So remember, they don't always remember. It's our job, slowly, slowly, take them section by section. The survey is phenomenal to take anyone with almost no skill and take someone, just read it, fill it up, and let the customer tell you where they want to go. Okay, so that's our post survey, and you can do it the same as in Israelis. You can translate it into Swedish, no problem. Guys, if you work accurately, trust me on this one, accurately, which means for me less, not more every day, because if we do less but do it professionally, it will always work much more than going crazy, blasting, getting 1,000 people telling me I want to buy a product. Now it's like, okay, how am I going to even handle them, right? It's much better for me to take one customer at a time and give him a concierge service, so he will not just stop at one. So he will move to the toothpaste, he will move to the shampoo, he will move into our fashion for Valentine and Christmases. One customer can be worth, properly taken care of, can be worth more than 50 customers untaken care of, because 50 will buy one bottle once and disappear, and one good one will be a long-term client that will take a massive chunk of their expenses and spend it in your shop. And this is something I'm trying to tell a very old generation of people that are trying to convince us to go mad, just momentum. But okay, so what happened? We have a shop. If we don't learn these activities, we won't earn income. And if we don't earn income, how are we going to teach other people? So I hope that today's presentation that really focused on like and trust, right? Really focused on like and trust, but I gave you the protocol so you know what to follow every day. Lead generation, asking them for a call, like and trust, identification of pain or income desire, 7-minute placement or any form of video presentation, post-survey tour or post-tour survey, and then if need be, a call with an upline, 3-way call, or take them to an online big presentation. That's it. After those, either they're with you or they're not with you. And the next. And always, always in the inbox. Always. The second they become a customer, they become a yellow card. The second they become a partner, they become a yellow card. And those go also in the folder because you must follow up with them too. Actually, you should follow up with your partners, most important, customers most important, partners second important, okay, and all the time. And then your prospects. Your partners and your customers are more important than your prospects because your prospects are not yet with you, right? But don't miss out on a follow-up. You see, I will finish saying this to you, all of you, from my heart. The most challenging part of our business is the same as our hair growing. We don't see it grow every day. We don't see our business grow every day. That depresses us. It's easier for us to do an action, get paid for it, do an action, get paid for it. Here, you need to build for 2-3 months a pipeline. And only when that pipeline of names that have been through processes like I've shown you today, only when that is full, this pipeline is full, every day you put, every name you put at the top, another name will come out the bottom because now it's full. But when we start and we drop a name here and there into the funnel, right, the chances of them coming out the other side ready are much smaller. And then every one of those days break our excitement. It breaks our energy. It takes away the fun. So if you truly understand what we've spoken about today, and if you be patient for 2-3 months and do the same activity, Facebook, Schaefer, LinkedIn, MLMs, there's so many places that you can just say happy birthday that will give you notification. Make those generational leads and then make the text to bring them to a call. Don't try and do it by texting. Don't try and do it by linking because that's what everybody does. And if you want to be unique, if you want people to follow you, you need to be unique. Don't do what everybody does. Show them more than what everybody else on social media is willing to give them. Because today, the bare world is so busy, nobody's willing to give you the time of day. No one. I get hundreds daily people on LinkedIn and Schaefer driving me crazy. Do you want CEO? Do you want SEO? Do you want web development? Do you want this? Do you want that? I'm sure you're getting the same. So how are we going to be different? We are going to invest 15 minutes in this, in talking. You know why? Not because we want them to buy something, because we want to improve our skill. We want to improve the way we communicate to the point that we can talk to anyone, anywhere in the world, and they're going to love talking to us because we allow them to talk. We ask them questions. And you know what? Eventually it becomes interesting. 15 years ago, I used to be a kind of person that was so busy in my own world that I couldn't understand how to do what I'm telling you guys today. Because for me, it's like, how can I be interested in so many people? I'm interested in my kids. I'm interested in that. Leave me alone. Really? Why do I have time? What do I need to remember? Their sisters, their brothers, their issues. That was me. I am very different today because I've discovered there is no limit to how much stuff can go in here. So I don't need to be stingy with that. And if I trust my mind, it doesn't have to remember because I only have to remember for 2 minutes after the conversation, write it down, solidify it, and it's there forever. And it's actually easy, and you'd be amazed how well the mind develops in memory. You'd be amazed how many details you will remember about so many different people. You will be shocked. And your conversation maybe at home will start changing. I say that to people. Because I know I started to talk differently to my sister and to my mom. I've started to ask real questions. I figured out, wait a minute, there's so much I don't know. And I took my mom and took her to a session, man, back to her 20s. I wanted her to tell me how was her first date with my dad. I drove her crazy. Practice, people, it's fun. There's so many people around you that you know, but there's so many questions you never ask them. Maybe because we think it's rude, maybe we think it's wrong to go in, but if you do it the way I showed you, from yourself, unclothe yourself first. Allow me to break the ice and share a little bit about myself. Little bit, what about you? This is my job, what about you? This is my hobbies, what about you? Financially, I have to tell you that it wasn't always easy. And today, I'm really open to financial opportunities on social media and drop shipping. How about you, Asa? Are you looking around for good opportunities? You see, money question, easy. Use yourself and then ask them. Use yourself and then ask them. I have finished the training for today. We have 7 minutes left for an hour. Our hour, which means those 7 minutes are yours for questions, for interactions, for whatever you want to do. I hope this was a useful training.
Thank you very much. Here,
Thank
driving
you
now.
for listening. So can we lock the call or do we have any questions?
I just want to say, totally amazing call, Ron.
It is always my honor, Lars, and a pleasure. I really want to see Sweden starting to fly. Purely on the basis of psoriasis, man, I can make a fortune in Sweden. Many people are suffering from that particular disease because of the fish oil, because of, use it. Use it, you can help so many people. Just let them tell you that they are suffering first. Okay? Don't go and convince the world they need something that they don't think they need. Let them tell you that they need, and then tell them the offering. And in my opinion, wait for the next call. But remember only this before we go. Most important thing of the whole training today, the only purpose, that's from one of my trainers, the only purpose for any meeting, no, let me rectify this. The most important purpose of any meeting is to set the next meeting. So my most important goal when I meet with you is to have in my calendar the next time I'm going to meet with you, and then I can go into my meeting. You see, and of course you can't do it. You can't come to the meeting and say, hey, let's set up our next meeting. No, you do it like I showed before, but in your mind, you never get off a call if it's in your control without setting up the next meeting. And if you do that, you never have to put pressure on them on your first conversation to promote something, because you can easily do it next time when they consider you a friend. The highest priority of every meeting is to set the next meeting. I'm going to say good night to you all. Thank you for listening. I really enjoyed it.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Ron.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.